Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Rebekah Elaine, and today we are going to be reviewing this Range Rover Velar. Let's just jump right in with the exterior specs. According to LandRoverUSA.com, which is going to be linked in the description box below, this Range Rover has a revolutionary design. Anywhere from the foil stamp grille, which gives the front profile, undeniable presence. There's also flowing lines, flush door handles, integrated rear spoilers. They really pulled out all the stops with this vehicle, and I would say that's why they consider it luxury. One of the things I'm showing you guys here is those flush door handles, which I actually didn't notice when I first got it, but then when I was like about to return it, I started playing around with some of the specs, and I was like, that's pretty cool. Another spec that you can see here is at night when you turn it on, it actually has this little light that comes down on the side, and it has the silhouette of the car. And I mean, it's super beautiful from the front. Again, you can see that grille, and it really just stands out. It gives it such a presence. So I just wanted to kind of show you guys what you would see or what to expect when you get it at night. Jumping back into some of the interior specs now. There are quite a few things that I thought was pretty cool about this vehicle, and I mean, it's nothing that's super different from any other vehicle, but again, when I'm comparing it to my Jeep Compass, there are a lot of things that I think is super intriguing that would make me want to buy this car. As you can see, kind of just the seat controls I thought were really helpful, and it's actually on both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and start it up. Again, this is a push start vehicle, which most vehicles now in 2020 are all push start, and I really enjoy that. But I really like the way everything lights up when you start it up. It really starts to get that center console going, and then you start to see all the little specs and features that you have going across the dash as well as on the steering wheel. But we'll talk more about the entertainment features in just a few. For now, I'll just kind of give you guys a glimpse over it before we go back inside and kind of take a look at some of the other details. Next thing is just kind of opening from the passenger side door. You can see that there's a lot of space in this vehicle. Again, on both sides you have that. The leather seats are extremely comfortable. I read in the manual that they actually give you a massage while you're riding, but I wasn't able to figure that feature out. Maybe if I had it a little bit longer, I would be able to experience it. But now we're getting into the center console here. This center console I enjoyed because it had actually another one of the lighter plugs in there. I don't know what it's called, but it actually also has USB ports in there so you can charge your devices. It has the SD port, which is always pretty helpful if you want to have some sort of entertainment going on. And speaking of entertainment, check out what they call here the infotainment center. So what you have here is the dual infotainment system, which integrates two high-def touchscreens, and you can do quite a bit. I think that they actually limited the options of what you can do in the rental center, but what I did notice is that you can do the climate control, which I think will show up here in a second. You can actually change the way that it looks, so it gives you different options of if you want it to be bright or dark. You can change the themes according to maybe where you're driving. It also automatically does it for you if you want. You can also connect your music to this. Well, let's just go based off of what I'm showing you guys. So navigation, obviously, which is kind of cool. You can check out where the fuel stations are next. You can connect your phone, which was very simple. As you can see, I had my phone connected. It didn't take very long at all. It's via Bluetooth, which means you can also play the music that you want to. And it actually had pretty loud stereo system, so I really enjoyed that. I like some good music when I'm rolling. This is what I was talking about with the controlling the air. And I really just liked the way they had it set up. It was super sleek. It gave you that feeling of being in luxury. It had these two little dials on the side, which you can either use the dial to control your temperature. You can either do it on the passenger side or on the driver's side. And you can control the temperature coming out of the vents, and then you can also control if you want the pressure of it. So if you want it high, low, or medium, or whatever. Those dials actually also control other features as well. So you just have to really play around with them. I definitely feel like with a vehicle like this, you'll be playing around with the specs for quite a while. The rear view camera I liked because it gave you a wide angle. It also kind of on the side gave you a visualization of the whole vehicle and what's around. here I'm showing you guys how you can kind of change the terrain for the vehicle, because we have to remember this is an SUV, although it's luxury, but you can kind of change where you're driving to. So if you're driving on the highway, if you're driving in grass and gravel or snow, if you're driving in the mud, if you're driving in sand, it gives you all those options, and you can switch it at the touch of a button, which is super cool. So this InfoNet Center really did a lot. So I'm just going to kind of give you guys another little overview of it. If there's any other features there, we'll talk about. But again, it's something that you really have to get into the car and just get to see it and experience. Moving on to the back seat, it was actually very comfortable back there. Like I said in my previous review video of vehicles, I always check out the back seat because I do have a little and I want to make sure that he's comfortable as well. You can actually adjust the temperature. Well, mostly you can adjust the grates, so of course you can turn them on and off if you don't want them blowing on you, or just the amount that's coming out. Back here also had the, I wish I knew the proper name for the lighter area, but it had the lighter that you can plug in for your charger. So that's cool. So if anyone in the back needs to plug, it had a little bit of a storage space in the back just for papers or whatever, but a lot of leg room. The leather seats are super comfortable. Moving right along to the back of the vehicle, so that trunk area, as you can see, you press the button for the trunk to open. It also has the light, like the inside of the trunk was really sleek and it was really clean. I like that it had these little hooks here, so if you needed to, you can buy the little net that you can put on and hook all your groceries, or if you go shopping, you can hook them down. Another charger in the back, I'm sure that can be helpful if you have the little mini vacuum and you wanted to clean out your car. And then it has this little I don't know what we call this, but you can pull it over again to kind of discreetly hide some of your things, so that if you're having a day of shopping, you can cover up your items, and it keeps the car looking very neat. It also is very, safe for safety, is helpful, so that no one looks in your car and sees all of your things. And then once we get out of the trunk, you can just press the button and it comes right down. So overall, like I said, the interior of this car definitely gives you that feeling of luxury. So the next thing we're going to do is just take it on the drive. So LandRoverUSA.com talks about the effortless acceleration due to fuel economy, and that's something that I can definitely kind of vouch for. It doesn't accelerate like super fast, so it's not like that 0 to 60 super fast type of thing, but it is very effortless. It feels super comfortable, smooth. You don't even really notice as you're accelerating, but you kind of slowly get to where get to the speed that you want, and it doesn't feel like the car is pulling at all. So that's something that I really enjoyed. It's lightweight and it has 4-cylinder and powerful V6 engines, which kind of gives you a really responsive drive, automatic transmission, rapid shifting, all things that I think are necessary in an SUV. Another feature that Land Rover prides itself on is the driving dynamics, which is super cool. So I'm going to actually read this right from the site, which it says a unique, intelligent driveline dynamic technology continuously reads the conditions and ensures the right amount of torque is transferred into the wheel depending on the terrain. It's predictive as well as reactive, and the system helps prevent a loss of traction and works to regain it. So that's kind of in the beginning where I was showing you guys where you can change the terrain manually. It also does so automatically. If you're driving and it notices that you're in a different terrain, it'll go ahead and switch, and that's actually super helpful and obviously a really awesome safety feature. So the last thing that we need to do is go ahead and fuel up before returning the car. As per my last review, I like to go ahead and give you guys the specs on kind of the fuel and how much miles per gallon you'll get. So with the Range Rover Velar, you will get 21 city miles per gallon and 27 highway miles per gallon. And it's a pretty huge tank, so it lasted quite a while. I think that when I filled up, and this is based off of like California gas prices, it was about 50 or so bucks to fill this vehicle up. But I had it for, I think, all day long, and we drove quite a while, and I only needed to fill it up once. So that was kind of, for me, that was good to know. The fuel is, or the pump is, or what do you call this thing? The gas tank is on the passenger side, and you don't have to press a button or anything to open it up. You just kind of press on the actual tank on the side of it, and it'll release, and you can go ahead and fill it in or fill it up. So overall, my review of this vehicle is I liked it. I feel like I'm going to really like every vehicle that I get because I kind of take my time and pick out the ones that I actually want to drive. But in my opinion, it was a really, really good vehicle. This SUV starts at about $56,000, and I mean that's going to get you the very basic one. So then as you start to add specs, obviously it's going to go up. But if this is something that you're interested in, I really hope that this review was somewhat helpful for you. And once again, I will have the LandRoverUSA.com link below so you can get a more thorough review. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.